my channel and welcome to the Christmas card series. So I'm going to be showing you how to make this card. I've made this previously before last year, but all I've done is I've changed the sentiment. So I'm using the Wanna Build a Snowman by the Wanna Build a Snowman Crafty Legs from Colorado Craft Company, along with the Happy Little Snowman by, I can never pronounce her name, so I'm just not even going to try, but it is linked in my description. So I'm stamping out my snowman, and this card is perfect for those last minute batch makings that you need to get done. And I'm also going to show you another card in this video that I created with the same thing, and all I did is I masked off my image and my sentiment and added a background to it. So you could choose which one you wanted to do, depending on how much time you have to create them. So like I said, this is perfect for batch making. There also is another image that you could use, which is the little reindeer, which is by the same company. I do apologize for my lighting. I don't know what it is. It just constantly keeps flashing, so I might have to change like my color worktop and see if that helps. But once I figure it out, it'll be fine. So I'm going to insert some music and speed the coloring process up. And when I start to change and add things, I will obviously come back in and explain that. So here is the third card that we're going to be creating. So I'm using the Flurry Snowflake background stamp by My Favorite Things, which was released in November of this year. And I'm using a Brilliance ink, which is a pearlescent sky blue shade. And I just love all the metallic looks from Brilliance ink. So if you're after a metallic ink and you don't want to pay too much, then I highly recommend checking out Brilliance inks. I bought all the dewdrop ones because I prefer a smaller size, but you can purchase the bigger size, and I will start buying those like in the next couple of months so I can start building up the bigger collection. But the little ones work perfectly, and obviously are a lot smaller, so you don't take up much more storage space, but I highly recommend them. So here is what that looks like. I absolutely love this color, and I'm so glad I got it. So I actually didn't get mine brand new. I did get mine secondhand, which came from a group on Facebook, and I got so many of them, so I wasn't really complaining. And you can buy re-inkers, so it didn't really matter. But look at that blue. I absolutely love it. I do feel like I missed something on the bottom, so my plan is to remove all the masks, and then I realized I wanted to put my mask back in place for my snowman. So basically I want a snow hill sort of thing on the bottom, so my snowman doesn't just look like he's very plain. But the reason I removed my masks is to see how far those snowflakes gathered around him and if it looks really weird or not. But I absolutely love how this looks. Again, I wasn't really 100% sure with the sentiment being so white, but you know, where that white space is, I would have loved to have some snowflakes put in there. But you could always bring in a small snowflake stamp and, you know, just fill in those little gaps. I didn't end up doing that. I ended up leaving it white to see if I was too bothered by it, but honestly, I've had it on my mantelpiece for an entire weekend and I love it, so it didn't really bother me all too much. And here's me trying to put my mask back in place, and I just couldn't get it lined up. I don't know what was going on this day, but I don't know if you guys know, but I tend to try and do ink blending on those days where, you know, I'm going for a shower that day. So if I get ink all over my fingers, my hands, or whatever, it doesn't really bother me. Otherwise, I don't know about you, but anytime I do ink blending, no matter what precautions I take, I always end up with like inky fingers and it just takes so long to get off. So yeah, I definitely try and do any ink blending on the days where I'm going for a shower. So, but like I said, I didn't know whether or not to do some ink blending on the bottom of this because it did just look way too white and like it was out of place. So I brought in my Heavy Doodle low-tack tape just so I could add some of that blue into the background. And as you can see, I'm trying to blend it out so it wasn't like such a harsh line. That was bad on my part. But like I said, once I do this a couple of times, I'll start to get used to the idea of it. So yeah, you'll have to let me know down in my comments which one you prefer. So I did 3 cards in this video. So 2 of them are just simple cards with different color combinations, and then this one where it is the background as well. So I kind of love the simplicity look just because I think a lot of cards nowadays just, you know, we overcomplicate things. We always feel like there's something missing, and I think that's where we all go wrong because we're very self-critical about our work and what we do. Like, I started making cards and trying to sell them, and I noticed, like, even though, like, this didn't take too long, it kind of did as well. So if I wanted to make this in batch, it would take a bit longer than just the simple cards next to it. And that is my desk as an aftermath for you. So it literally is just markers and stuff. So all I've done is I've added 1 cup of Stella and some Stickles Christmas Red to the holly, and then also use my white Sigma gel pen just to add some details. But I love the simplicity of these cards, and yeah, I definitely think you could make loads of those if you wanted to batch make them. But this is the one with that background. Again, I love it. So you'll have to let me know in my comments which one is your favorite. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me over on Instagram, and until the next one, stay safe and happy crafting, and Merry Christmas, guys!